Good day, everyone. My name is Grace Ogala. I bring you good news from Amazing Grace Health Center. The topic of our discussion today is overcoming diabetes with the food we eat. This is a very important topic, okay? Because if we eat the wrong food, our blood sugar can go up and it can lead to uncontrolled diabetes. And even the blood sugar can be as high as 200 if you eat the wrong food. So this is why this topic is very important. And so please pay close attention. Listen, okay? Because you will learn a lot and I will also learn a lot. So guess what? We're going to take a cruise ship to the Garden of Eden. You remember in the Bible, when God created man and placed them in the Garden of Eden. There was a reason for that. In the Garden of Eden, there is a lot of fruits and vegetables in the Garden of Eden. In the Garden of Eden, there is no processed food or refined grain, refined rice, refined this. Everything that was in the Garden of Eden was fresh fruits, the purest form of food. So, when man deviated from the path God placed them, that was when all this trouble on earth started, okay? You know, I'm a very good Bible student. My father was a pastor, so I kind of read the Bible all the time. So we're going to start with the discussion about the food groups. The main food group is carbohydrates, the protein, and the fruits and vegetables. I know you're going to be asking, what about the fats? Yes, there is fats as well. So with overcoming diabetes, the method I really used that was so easy was the plate method. The plate method is half of the plate is fruits and vegetables. The quarter of the plate is protein, and quarter of the other section is carbohydrates. Okay, the fruits and vegetables is very essential for the body because it has a lot of fiber in it. Okay, so some of the fruits and vegetables that you will eat that is very good for you as a diabetic is things like cauliflower, broccoli, eats a lot of blueberry, strawberry. All of those, they're very healthy fruits and vegetables, okay? Cucumber, what have you? So a lot of them up there that you can pick from. And the rule of thought is just don't eat fruit and vegetable that is too sweet, because if it's too sweet, it's going to increase your blood sugar. But guess what? I will rather you eat that fruit and vegetable and than you go and be drinking soda and all of that has a high sugar content. Okay, and also let's talk about the carbohydrate that you should eat. As we all know, carbohydrate is made up of three components. It has the starch, it has the sugar, and it has the fiber. Okay, so the fiber part of the carbohydrate is very good for you. And like if you eat food like oats is very good. It's very rich in fiber. Okay, and that's why I always encourage oats because I know oats has a lot of chromium in it. Okay, also brown rice is very good. If you buy the Oko Bench brown rice, is delicious. Oh my God, that stuff is good. And that kind of carbohydrate that is good, that one that has a lot of fiber content in it. Also the sugar, be careful how you eat sugar. Like I always tell you, you are already sweet enough as a diabetic. Why will you be eating too much sugar? All right, so be very careful. Okay, and the starch is not good for you. It's not good. That's why I always say, eat sweet potato instead of the white potato, because the sweet potato contains less starchy content. Okay, so there's something we call the glycemic index. So if you're eating carbohydrates just go with the carbohydrate that has low glycemic index. Okay, don't go and be eating the one that is so high in glycemic index, because it's going to increase your blood sugar. Things like apple is good. It's not very high in glycemic index. Okay, those are healthy ones that you should be eating, adding to your diet. Okay, and also let's talk about the protein. Protein is very good, and protein should be quarter of your plate. Okay, and pick very wisely too. Okay, look at the sugar content of that protein you are eating. Like if you were drinking smoothies, be very cautious of the sugar content. If I were you, I would drink the one that has no sugar added or very low content of sugar. There's one favorite of mine, the Dano Light and Fit yogurt. Yogurt smoothie is very good. If you find it, please purchase it, and it has a lot of probiotics in it. That's the Greek yogurt though. So also, as recommended, if you want to go with the gram or whatever of carbohydrate required, the gram of carbohydrate required for the day is about 45 to 75 gram of carbohydrate per day. Okay, and for the protein content that you need for the day is about 15 to 20% of your total calories for the day. Okay, you have to be very cautious of these essential components. You don't want to overdo one and then end up with another problem and then you end up with too much protein in your body, which is not the best thing for you at all. And then talking about the fiber content for the day, you need about 20 to 30 gram a day. Okay, so everything in moderation, because the body, like I told you last time, is a machine. It requires certain amount of each food group for it to function well and not to end up with another trouble or breakdown of any kind. So you have to be extremely cautious when you eat. Eat wisely. You understand me? Eat wisely is to stay healthy. All right, like I always say, I say health is wealth. Cherish it, obey the rules. You have to obey the rule of thumb to live a healthy and happy life. Okay, so like I told you earlier on, we're going to take a cruise into the Garden of Eden, and we're going to look at what we have in the Garden of Eden. For instance, in my survivor kits, when I found out that I was diabetic, I used my knowledge and experience. And like I told you before, in my American house, I grow a lot of vegetables. And one of my favorite vegetables is bitter leaf. And in the Garden of Eden, we're going to find bitter leaf there, of course, all right? And with the bitter leaf, I just blend it together, add some spices, and add some meat. And then I make some, some fufu with wheat flour or oat flour, which is really healthy. And I can also eat my rice with the bitter leaf soup. It's not so bitter though. Once you've eaten this soup for a long time, you don't even know it's bitter anymore. And also, okra is a great food for diabetic patients. Just blend some okra together and make it into a soup. It's really delicious. Just blend with your blender, pour it in the pot, add some water to it, add some spice, let it boil a little bit, and then you just enjoy it. Okay, some people fry okra though. You can just throw it in the microwave, season it, and just kind of, or air fry it however you want it, but make sure it's healthy. Okay, and also don't forget about the nuts. I know people ask me, what about nuts? I like snacking on nuts. Nuts is very good for you. So I encourage you to eat nuts like pistachio nut is good, almond is good. And also people say, oh, what about ice cream? Ice cream I wouldn't recommend it, but I only started eating ice cream recently, and it was really my son that introduced me to the Cold Stone Creamery ice cream place. And I found my favorite, and that was the almond milk ice cream. It was really good. And me, my head is full of research. When I go home after eating that ice cream, I checked my blood sugar and it didn't go up. I was really impressed because that I finally found an ice cream that did not increase my blood sugar, which is good. Just continue to try a few things. Don't eat so much. Check your blood sugar, and you eventually know what is the right food for you. Okay, and also talking about the glycemic index, just be very cautious how you cook your food because the more you cook your food, the higher the glycemic index is. There are some people, when they cook the rice, they say, oh, I want this rice to be overcooked, overdone. That's not the right thing for you. When you cook rice, just cook it, is good, well cooked, but don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, overcook it, it's going to increase your blood sugar if you eat it. So be cautious of that. And also, eating overripe food is not the best for you. All right, like if you want to eat banana, just eat the banana that is not overripe, okay? Because if it's too ripened, it's going to increase your blood sugar. All right, so be cautious of that aspect as well. And also, when you drink your coffee, your tea, be very careful how you add sugar. I do not add sugar to my coffee or tea. I just like to drink it black coffee or black tea, because I am so cautious of what I eat. Because I go with the principle of I'm already sweet enough. Why am I adding more sugar to my food? And some people like honey. If you want honey, please go with the purest form of honey. When my dad visited me in America was when I knew the purest form of honey, because I needed to give daddy some sugar. And I was able to order some pure honey, and I got some good ones for daddy, and he really enjoyed it. All right, because my father, you know him very well. He was very cautious of what he eats, and he lived a healthy and happy life. And also, portion sizes matters a lot when you are eating. So everything in moderation. When you are eating, make sure you cut out small portions of food. Like if you were using the 8 to 9 inch plates, and just make sure that half of that plate is fruits and vegetable, like I mentioned before, and then quarter of the plate is carbohydrates. And maybe the carbohydrate can just be one small size corn on the cob is fine. If you wanted pasta can be 1/3 of a cup. Make sure that pasta is wheat pasta. Don't go and buy the refined pasta. That will increase your blood sugar, okay? And also, if you want like the spaghetti, make sure it's the wheat spaghetti. And even the macaroni, there's also wheat one, okay? Just read your labels. When I go shopping, it takes me a while to be able to get through the store shopping, because I read all the labels. I want the most healthy food. So it's really please don't ever wish to go with me to shop, because I would take longer than expected when I'm shopping. And I encourage you to do the same too, because it's important for you to live a healthy and a happy life. Okay, and when you are picking the drink for your food, just make sure you go with water. Water is the best option for you. Okay, you can also drink sugar-free soda. They have a lot of good ones now. Even Coca-Cola makes flavored soda. I really liked it last time I drank it when I went to Atlanta. I enjoyed it when I went to Coca-Cola house in Atlanta. Man, I love it, because they gave us some to taste. I was like, wow, this is delicious. So it's very good. Watch what you drink carefully, because if you drink the wrong drink that is sugary, it's going to increase your blood sugar, and that is not good for you. And also this 5 Alive, apple drink, apple juice, and all of it, be careful. It has a lot of sugar content. That is not for you. You can blend your fruits and vegetables together and drink it as smoothie. There's even some food processors that can even help you out. You blend your fruits and vegetables together, and you can drain it and get your purest form of juice. You can make it at home. And also, make sure you add like lemon. Like me, for instance, I make my lemon juice. When I finish making this video, actually, I'm going to make my lemon juice for the week. What I do is I buy like 10 to 12 lemons for the week. There's something I buy from the dollar store that I use in squeezing up all the lemon, drain the water out of it, and then when I drain the juice out of the lemon, I just put it in my water bottle for the week, and I add it to every water bottle that I drink. All right, it's really delicious, especially when it's cold, and it's so good. I know you all will be saying, oh, does she brew drink? Now I do, because I want to live a healthy and happy life. When I was diagnosed of diabetes in 2021, I didn't get all this lecture that I'm giving out to you all for free. It was just like, hey, get out of here. This is your medication. That was the kind of attitude I really got. But, thank God I had some knowledge, medical knowledge, and I was able to get through that tough time in my life, and this is why I'm making this video, because I know there are so many people, when they are diagnosed of diabetes, they don't even know what to eat. They don't know where to start from, They just say, God, my life is in your hands. But if you watch this video, please share it with your friends, share it with family members. And also, if you are diabetic, listen to it very carefully, because these videos I make is really from my heart. I want to share the knowledge. I want to help others, because I know what I faced. I knew what I faced when I was diabetic, and it was all of this knowledge that I am imparting to you that I used in overcoming diabetes in 7 months, okay? It helped me a lot, because once you know the principle of overcoming diabetes, you will overcome diabetes. If you know that you don't have enough insulin in the body, guess what you need to do? You should decrease your carbohydrate intake. You understand? So that way, the little insulin you have in the body will be enough to digest what you are eating, and then your blood sugar will not go up. You understand? And also, like we talked about last week, also lose weight, because type 2 diabetes it's caused by insulin resistance, and one of the biggest risk factors for type 2 diabetes is overweight, being obese. That was what we talked about last week. And I stressed the fact that you should please lose weight. Losing about 7 to 10% of your body weight will help you to overcome diabetes. I told you all last week that I was 258 pounds. As soon as I got down to like 225 pounds, 218 pounds, I overcame diabetes. All this one that I'm still doing extra, that I'm doing to lose weight, I'm just doing it so I can look good and look fit, But as soon as I dropped 7 to 10% of my body weight, I overcame diabetes, and I encourage you to do the same. All right? Like I told you last week, eat healthy, exercise, and if you need help, go to the doctor to give you medication for weight loss, because there's a certain age you get to. It's very difficult to lose weight by only exercise and eating healthy. You just need the medical weight loss component of it. And by the grace of God, I do that. Don't be afraid to take medication to lose weight. Please do. And also reduce your stress level, like we talked about last week, because you don't want your cortisol hormone to be high. If it's high, you can lose weight. You can stay in shape, even if you eat healthy. Okay? And also sleep adequately, 6 to 8 hours. It's very important. And you want your hormones to be balanced in the body, okay? Like I talked about last time, you need all your hormones to be intact, because when you start getting older, your hormones in the body get depleted, okay? The estrogen is lower, progesterone is lower, DHEA is lower. It's like you're a different you. And once you hit menopause as a woman, you're like, oh, I'm a different human being. And it's very difficult to lose weight the more you advance in age. So this is why if you find yourself having a difficult time losing weight, you need to speak to your doctor, or you can come to us at the weight loss center, and we can guide you through the process of weight loss. We will always check your blood and to find out if there's any of your hormone that is low. And if it's low, we'll prescribe the medication for you to help you to lose weight. And also, like I told you about before, eat healthy, exercise, maintain a healthy weight, and don't forget about your tooth care to be able to overcome diabetes, and also the foot care. As a diabetic, always protect your foot. All right? We're going to get to that another day. But thank you so much for listening to me. Please eat healthy all the time. Half of your plate, fruits and vegetables, quarter of the plate, carbohydrates, and quarter of the plate, protein. Do not eat excessive protein, because you see, if you eat excessive protein, that protein gets converted to this sugar in the body. It's going to get converted to glucose, and then you can also face the risk of elevated blood sugar, even if it's only protein. Don't think a protein cannot be converted to glucose. It can, because one thing with the body is a machine. The body needs glucose to function. It's like the fuel for the body. The brain needs a lot of glucose to function. So if you don't eat enough carbohydrates in the body will go after the protein to get the glucose. Now it will convert the protein into glucose through a process called glucogenesis. And the liver helps out with that, though, the liver and the body. So then also fat, if there's not enough protein in the body, you can go after the fat content of your body. And that's why you see some people having ketones in the urine. I still remember when I was pregnant, because I was not able to eat anything, and my body has to survive now. And my body was using the fat content of my body, and I had so much ketones when I was pregnant. It's a grace of God that my children came out alive, though. That's the story for another day. But what I'm trying to tell you is that your body is a machine. If you don't eat enough portion of each food group, your body know how to get the glucose to function. You understand? So make sure you eat appropriately. Like I discussed, and I wish you a healthy and happy life, and I hope you overcome diabetes successfully, because it's doable. I have done it, and my blood sugar is still under control by the grace of God. I pray that God will heal us in Jesus' name. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. You are healed in Jesus' name. God bless you. Until we meet again, goodbye for now.